All right, let's look at some of these plays that kind of help change the momentum of the game. What are we looking at right now? It's a 4th and goal for them?
4th and goal into the first half. We know more than likely either Bowden's getting off tackle or quarterback's going to counter.
Who jumps off on this play for that just kind of flashes at you?
Gavin Keller's 57. You see running down the line right here. So we've been working on staying flat, scraping down the line. And Gavin does a perfect job. Splits right here, and you see him the first one to make contact. Second one's Caleb Childs. You see him down there at corner on the end right here.
Offensively, Coach, first drive of the game, it's vital to come out strong and hit them for a big chunk play. Walk us back through this one.
All right, this is the first offensive play of the game for us right here. And so we end up calling a hitch and go over here to Dalton Cox.
When the ball was coming off of his hand, were you like, good decision, or?
If there were to be 2 safeties back there and he threw this, I'd be a little upset at him.
Defensively, I would hate to be a coordinator. They could do any multitude of plays from here. What do you guys see pre-snap?
Well, same, just like we played before half right here. We're thinking Bowden off tackle. You got quarterback on the counter. They know we're thinking that. You know, we had the big stop earlier, so they try to counter us with the pass and try to catch us off guard. Gabino Morin, he's our kicker for us. He played corner this week. He steps in front of the pass.
And he's your kicker?
He's our kicker. He's a soccer player first.
Nice.
The way I describe him playing soccer, I know nothing about soccer. But if you have like an and one soccer, that's him. Like the street ball moves, that's what he can do with a soccer ball. So.
I have to say, probably the biggest upset victory in all of Alabama last week. The Red Tops taking down Wicksburg. Coach Richard Tisdale, thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Your Tailgate Talk tip, brought to you by Southern Bone&Joint Specialists.
Common injuries suffered by athletes of all abilities and ages are sprains. Sprains are just ligament injuries around a joint that can initially be treated with rest, ice, compression, and elevation. Some of these are more severe and may need to be treated with a cast or surgery. Therefore, the best option is to get an x-ray to be sure that there's nothing more severe going on. This will ensure the safest, most rapid return to play for both the weekend warrior and the elite athlete alike.